I know this is a really hard day for everyone. I'm here on behalf of my family and my little brother, Christian. He used to work for Turning Point. He passed away in 2023. And they had a conference in Nashville. And Charlie saw that the team was just couldn't focus. And so Charlie flew the team back, and him, Erica, and the Turning Point team showed up to the funeral and provided so much love and support in a devastating time. And so I wanted to be here to do the same for him and his family. You know, I think right now we're seeing so much on the internet, and it's right in front of us, and so it's impacted all of us in a way. You may not have known him, you may not have gotten a chance to meet him, but he was truly humbled. And I know, sorry I'm shaking, I know my little brother loved working with him, and he would come home and tell us these stories. And I remember one time I was watching one of the videos, and he and Charlie were talking about March Madness, and you can hear him asking my brother, which team should I pick? And that's just the type of person he was. He was generous, he was caring. And seeing Erica speak last night, it's what gave me the courage to come here today, because if she can be strong, so can we. And we have to remember that we are human, and what happened is a tragedy, and we need to be there for each other. Regardless if the left doesn't want to be there with us, we have to be strong and stand united. So thank you for giving me the chance to speak. Like again, I just wanted to stand up here for my brother and my family, and for Charlie and his. Thank you.
But I recently was speaking with a friend, and I've been watching Charlie Kirk since the beginning. My whole family has loved him. And I just didn't understand why I was feeling so emotional and as if he was a brother that just passed. And I was like, I've never even met him in my life. And I couldn't help but just like weep for his family and his kids. But on top of that, my heart goes out to the shooter, and just for him being so lost and not knowing the love of God and being able to experience that. And if he had things that happened to him as a child that affected him and that made him be the way that he is as an adult, like, I know Charlie would have told him, like, I'll be praying for you, and that Jesus still loves you. And anyways, I was talking with a friend, and she brought up a scripture because she said she felt the same way and had never mourned over anyone that she hasn't met before. And the scripture is 1 Corinthians 12:26. If one part suffers, all parts suffer with it, and if one part is honored, all the parts are glad. And so that, I felt like, brought me a lot of peace. Just seeing this, I mean, since the news broke out, there's been so many people that have been gathering here and that have been showing Erica and the kids and just all the family and staff at Turning Point so much support. And I think that is what sets us apart. Being believers, we are set apart, and we are not supposed to conform to the ways of the world. And I know in this time it's so hard to look at family and friends who may have different beliefs, or people that are posting things that are just totally evil, and not get angry. But we have to remember that those people are blinded and that they're just lost and they don't know the Jesus that we know. So we're called to just love our enemies as best as we can. And I truly believe that this is going to start a revival here in America. I have seen so many people on social media saying that they were leftist, and now after this happening, they're purchasing Bibles, or they're going to become Republicans, or they're going to church for the first time tomorrow. And I think that that's just huge. I know there's a scripture in the Bible that talks about how God knows every single one of our days. It's already recorded before we ever know anything. And I think that that is such a huge thing. We were given Charlie for, yes, such a short amount of time, and it doesn't feel right at all, but God's glory is going to come out of this. And I think more and more lives are going to be touched, and more souls for heaven just based off of this. So I'm just grateful to have experienced Charlie, and even just off of a cell phone or a TV, and I'm sure a lot of you guys feel the same way. But most importantly, I just say we need to continue what Charlie started, and we need to push for the Bible and love our enemies, and there is so much power in prayer. So just continuing to lift up his family and his kids. And yeah, thank you.
Hi, my name is Jason. I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. My wife made me come down here, and I was not expecting to even say anything, but I was just going to give my own personal testimony. I didn't know Charlie, but the clips I would see usually were about him. I'm on X a lot, so, and it was more about, debate and kind of winning debates in the moment on campus and stuff, but after this happened, I realized he was way deeper than that, and much broader, and really what he was bringing the gospel to people, regardless of where they were at. It's very touching, so maybe one plug would be, anybody have that type of media where he's really connecting with somebody on the campus, which I think is why he was a target, because he's battling lies, and the gospel is coming through. And so, yeah, if anyone has media that they can post that shows the breadth and depth of Charlie, that I'm starting to see those things, like realize what a guy he was. But there's a verse that says, "Precious in the sight of the Lord is the death of his saints." And another one is, "Unless a grain of wheat falls to the ground and dies, it's by the Lord. If it dies, it bears much fruit." It is not an accident. Our wrestling is against not flesh and blood, it's against the rulers, the authorities. And Jesus died on the cross, he stripped them off, Charlie was out in front, and there's enough of that misinformation and hatred that the demons can rile somebody up enough to do what they did. And it means Charlie was ready to die. So he's very blessed. He's super appreciated. I know grief for his family huge, but it is so much fun what he's doing.
Hi, I'm Leslie. I am here for several reasons. I've never done /live. I've never done this before. I'm here, my neighbors, my next door neighbors, brought me today, and I didn't know Charlie Kirk that well. I'm not huge into this thing whatsoever. I am definitely a spiritual person, and politics, communication, a lot of it is, to my opinion, negative. And, but I like to stay informed in the world, and I saw Charlie Kirk many times over the last few years, going to college campuses and debating, and something that guy's really smart. And also what he was doing for the youth, like really giving them, inspiring them to have their own voice. How many of us got inspired when we were growing up to have our own voice? How many of us were shut down and didn't get to have our own voice? So I really, both Caleb and Jacob are my next door neighbor's kids, and they're my next door neighbors. And for them to come up at their age to speak their heart is the inspiration not only of their parents, but of somebody like Charlie Kirk, right? And I believe that everything is energy, and I believe that we create our own vibrations. I believe that prayer is a huge positive vibration. We have like a battery, negative and positive energy and vibrations. And you get to control what that is. You have a say in what kind of energy you are going to put into the world. You have a say every single moment of every single day. Yeah, we don't have good days. Yeah, we do have good days. but you actually have a choice of the thoughts that you think, of the words that you say, and the actions that you have. And all of it creates a certain energy. And like attracts like. So if you are raising your vibration, if your thoughts are of goodness and of God and of beauty, and if your vibration is raising high, you are going to attract and bring that up as a new baseline. And the baseline is going to keep rising. And if you keep speaking love and you keep giving love, that is the opposite of fear, you guys. Love is not the opposite of hate. Love is the opposite of fear, which drives hate. So just think about before you speak. Think before you act. Is this who I really want to be? Is this what I want to be for the future of our world, which is these children? I didn't believe everything Charlie was saying, but none of us believe everything everybody says, and that's okay. It is okay to have a difference of opinion. It is okay to say, this is who I am, doing it lovingly. You don't have to say, there doesn't have to be anger in everything we do, and you can't bypass the anger because it is a human emotion, but you don't have to spit it on everybody else. Be thoughtful in your thoughts, in your words, in your actions is something that I hold really close to my heart, and I hope that we can all take a minute to think about. Do you guys mind if I sing like a verse of Amazing Grace? And please hug somebody. Please do something really beautiful for somebody else. Like Jake was saying, and you can't fight fire with fire, right? You have to put something cool and beautiful on top of it so that it dies out. Let's die out all the fear. Yes, yes. You guys, somebody asked if you can sing with me. We're going to sing Amazing Grace together. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I was lost, and now am found. Was blind, but now I see.